I think if you give us a black Republican with a black wife, we'll probably be more accepting to it.
I disagree. A lot of people in the black community, if you simply are a black Republican, it doesn't matter if you are married to a black woman, stand for the black family, you're raising your children, you're a faithful husband, all that good stuff. They are going to associate you with being some sort of bootlicker for white people if you're a black Republican. Even though throughout history, black folks have lived very conservatively. I mean, if you think about it, the way black people used to be in church, the way black women were married at a 80% rate before, obviously that's in the toilet now, it's 26%. But black people categorically very much adhered to conservative values, but still voted Democrat. It was a very strange thing and continues to be a strange thing.
Most of them be black with white wives. And after you know for a fact with us.
I think that's what got Obama in office.
Michelle did that. Michelle single-handed.
Barack had a white wife. I don't think he.
Oh, but Barack had a white wife. We would not. Yeah. We would not be going for him as hard as we do.
There is some truth in what she's saying. Barack Obama, part of the reason why black women liked him so much is because he was tall, lean, charismatic, charming, very well spoken. And above all, he was married to a black woman. He had 2 daughters. You know, like Barack Obama, you couldn't have made a better candidate for the time if you try. Now, hindsight is always 2020, and we look back and we see that Barack Obama, there were mistakes made when it came to his presidency that we're still paying for today. But ultimately, after the last 8 years of Bush, people on both sides of the aisle believe that Bush was like the worst president of our lifetime. And so it was going to be very difficult for a Republican nominee in order to win. It was going to be just a near impossible task after 8 years of Bush. Obama shows up. He's representing the Democrats, and he just checked all of the boxes. He didn't have a criminal record at all. So there was no dirt to be found. He was so squeaky clean. You really couldn't have manufactured a better candidate.
And
that's scientifically proven.
I think that's why a lot of black men didn't want to. Some black men didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris too.
Because of Doug. Doug didn't bother me.
But it'll bother you if a black male have a white wife?
You see how quick she contradicted herself, and now that he's pointing that out, she's pretending like she don't see it.
You just said that. What you said?
I said I think if you present it to us, I think we're more accepting to it.
What you mean presented like just show, hey, I got a white wife?
No. How you just asked me a black Republican? Mm-hmm. I said I think we'll be more accepting to if it's with a with a black wife.
I'm saying, but what if you have the right message and everything?
So she just finished crediting Michelle Obama with why Barack Obama won over black voters, specifically the black female voter. However, when he pointed out, well, what about Kamala Harris? She's married to a white man. Oh, well, Doug didn't bother me. The hypocrisy is real. And then on top of that, man, because we had an embarrassing 92% of black women that voted for Kamala Harris. And this just goes to show you that in our culture, the women vote based on feelings and emotion and not based on information. They voted for Kamala. Forget the fact that if it's a black man with a white woman, they will want nothing to do with it. Here was a black woman with a white husband, and they didn't care. It was, oh, go girl, get it. Even though Kamala is not a black woman. And, you know, the thing about Kamala, she's got a Indian mom. Indian mom, all right? Dot on the forehead, Indian mom. She's got a father who is Jamaican, but as you guys know, Jamaican is not a race, it's a nationality. There are white Jamaican folks. People just associate Jamaican with being black. So he's a Jamaican man. I think he said he's Jamaican and Irish. He identifies as being Caucasian. So you've got an Indian mom, you've got a Caucasian father. Where does this strong black woman stuff come in? As someone that has a black mom, black grandma, black sisters, I take offense to a woman trying to cosplay as being a black woman in order to manipulate me emotionally to get my vote. And I really didn't understand why black women weren't more offended by this. It's like they were part of two camps. They either pretended like she was black anyway. No, she's a black woman. No, she's a black woman. No, she's not. She's got a Caucasian father and an Indian mother. She's not a black woman. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. It didn't matter how much evidence you presented to the contrary. They just would like drown it out or whatever. And then you had the camp that they just didn't care. They just hated Trump. So they just didn't want Trump to win no matter what. So whoever was going against Trump, it didn't matter how incompetent they were going to vote for them.
But he had a white wife.
You have to work a little bit harder.
That's what I'm saying. But compliment.
Because here is the thing. It goes to that thing of how can you choose black for everything but your love? I think that's really what it goes back to.
But still, why was this an exception for Kamala Harris? The thing about them basically trying to tell black folks to get on code, I found this to be absolutely ridiculous. If you were choosing either to vote for Trump or you were choosing not to vote at all, you were being criticized. You were being criticized by your own people, and you were being criticized by politicians as well. Remember, Barack Obama called himself berating black men, which ironically, sisters did not rock with that. Whenever there's someone speaking ill of black men, usually sisters jump all over it. But it was something about Obama speaking ill of black men. They just really did not like that. Nonetheless, he called himself berating black men, talking down to black men over the numbers, the poll numbers for black men voting for Kamala were way down. And so he's like, you guys just aren't feeling voting for a woman. And basically, essentially saying you should vote for her because she's a woman of color or she's a black woman. Knowing damn well that if the guy on the other side would have said, you should vote for me because I'm white, they would have had a serious problem with that. So you have a woman of color. She is that. She's a woman of color. She's married to a white man, which I don't have an issue with. See, I don't have an issue with the swirling, as people want to call it, for lack of a better term. I have no issue with it. It's them that make an issue out of it. That's why I pointed out. When I pointed out, people ask me, well, why do I care? Why do I make an issue out of it? Why do they point it out? Why do they make an issue out of it? So it can't be okay when they do it, but it's me making a deal out of it when I point it out as well.
So why is not the standard for Kamala?
Unfortunately, we have that standard
for women
higher for men than we do for women. I can call it out, right? Because I can be the first.
At least she acknowledges that.
If I see a black man with a white woman, I'm like, that's that deep ass self-hate, my nigga. You need to do something about that, right? Flip that same coin. I see my sister with a man, I'm gonna say, girl, go where you love.
Yeah, this happens all the time. If a black man has a non-black woman on his arm, they have such a problem with this. They are so triggered by this. But if they see a sister with a white guy, they absolutely love it. I mean, what's the chick name who plays Precious? Gabrielle's. I don't want to butcher her last name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. She's married to a white man, and they absolutely love this for her. Get it, girl? You so happy? Yada yada yada. Same thing with Serena Williams, and you guys know this isn't me dissing her. That's my tennis goat. She's married to a white man. They love that for her. Bronny James, LeBron James's son, he took a white girl to his high school prom, and they came for him. It was so crazy watching these bitter ass grown women. Y'all coming for a teenage boy, man. All because he took a white girl to the high school prom, but they never have any smoke when they see a black woman with a white guy. So is it okay or isn't it okay? I don't get that part.
So I get that. And I can honestly say that's a bias I probably need to check. Do I plan on checking today? Hell no.
You need to. That's a
Do I plan on checking in 10 years? Probably hell no. I don't give a damn.
So see,
wenches.
she letting you know this is a bias, and she gonna continue to be biased.
All of us, because we probably all say the exact same thing, honey. I'm just okay saying that shit out loud.
And that's why
a lot of them won't.
I don't think, and that not saying you, but
you can call me a wench.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that's just slavery term. You know,
is that where it came from?
Yeah, a bed wench. The white man had a group of concubines, black women. He would sleep with. They call them wenches. That's where we got that from. Now
she really didn't know that. Wow. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. I thought this was an interesting clip. Let me know what you guys think. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.